how does it get to that point? Because some people theorize cloning.
Well, Kanye said, I mean, after he started exposing, people that are controlled like Jay-Z, and he said, if I ever disappear and I come back, it's not me. And what happens when he comes back? He's got this platinum teeth. He starts this new album. He's literally said in his last podcast, he says, I am God.
All right, guys, we're going to talk conspiracies today. Mark Hanalla here, one of the biggest conspiracy accounts on social media, right?
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. You are pulling more views than most people, I'd say.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man, the way it's gone the past year. Like, it's just so new to me, so I've been rocking with it and just see where I can take it. So.
Yeah. What was that first video that blew up, and how long did it take to get to that point?
Yeah, so I started on TikTok. I was anonymous, and I started doing a lot of the Kanye stuff. When I don't know if you remember, but he started saying like everyone sacrifices, their family members, like Bill Cosby and Michael Jordan. And then I started with that. I started getting into like the music industry, and the music industry is just what really got me going, because no one really talks about like how dark it's gotten. So once I got into music industry, people are like, yo, this guy's like right. People started, their eyes started opening, and it just started going. Got on Instagram. Instagram blew up even more. And then I unveiled my face after a year and just trying to take it to the top.
I love that. Yeah, the music industry is scary, especially the hip-hop space, man.
Oh, man.
I used to love Doja Cat when she first came on the scene, and now I can't even listen to her.
Dude, the things she's been doing, oh, man.
Dude.
Her and like her, Lil Uzi Vert, Playboy Cardi, Kanye now, unfortunately, they're just starting this new trend, and it's dark, man.
Yeah. Kanye's doing this adult entertainment stuff now too, right?
Yeah, Kanye, I just saw FaZe Banks posted on his story. They started filming Yeezy. I'm like, dude, there's no way this man drops a Jesus is King album a couple years ago and now has a whole album with Playboy Cardi that rocks all these inverted crosses, and his opium label, all of his artists have to wear upside down crosses.
What?
Yeah, and if you see Playboy Cardi's merch shop, it's all Baphomets and upside down crosses and like weird sacrificial stuff. And now he makes a whole album where Cardi's on like every single song, and then Kanye just turns into this Jesus is King to literally the exact opposite. And you're like, this can't be the same guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? But
so how does it get to that point? Because some people theorize cloning.
Well, Kanye said, I mean, after he started exposing, people that are controlled like Jay-Z and all these people, he said, if I ever disappear and I come back, it's not me. And what happens when he comes back? He's got this platinum teeth. He starts this new album. Everything. He's literally said in his last podcast, he says, I am God. And he's like, don't tell me anything about Jesus. I don't want my kids talking to me about Jesus. He's like, I am God. This is me. And he started doing all the and this new stuff. It's just crazy.
That's weird. What do you think about all this Diddy stuff going on?
See, honestly, I'm so happy this is happening, because now people, they know that this stuff is real, right? Because we're not engineered to think that, what happens at these parties are, they're just having fun. No. But when P. Diddy started this thing where now this stuff is real, because we just saw it on camera with Cassie, literally dragging her into his hotel room, like looked like straight out of a horror film.
Yeah.
And now people are like, wait, this guy has so many other lawsuits. Like, imagine if all of those are true, because they said what you saw on the camera is exactly what's happening in the lawsuit. All the allegations. They said he punched her in the eye, dragged her, kicked her, tried to pull her in the hotel room. Another video just came out where she's hiding under a blanket, kicking her while she's in the blanket. And now you have his producer in his last album suing him for, making people slipping stuff in their drink, making him watch him take showers and all this stuff. It's like, well, her lawsuit was true. Now this guy's like, you're probably thinking, what's really going on here? It's just crazy. But now that's opened up a whole new thing. And I think 2024, man, everything is going to get unveiled. And especially, Epstein, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But P. Diddy, he's another version of it, just in the music industry, man.
So think of a chessboard. Would you say Diddy's just like a pawn in this game?
I think him and Jay-Z are at the top.
So they're like king, queen?
Yeah, and Jay-Z, the stuff hasn't come out about him, but everyone's saying Jay-Z's the next one. He's the one moving Diddy around. Because Jay-Z's the
All right, guys, shout out to LinkedIn, today's sponsor. As a B2B marketer, you know how noisy the ad space can be. If your message isn't targeted to the right audience, it just disappears into the noise. Luckily, with LinkedIn ads, you could precisely reach the professionals who are more likely to find your ad relevant. With LinkedIn's targeting capabilities, you can reach them by job title, industry, company, and more. Stand out with LinkedIn ads and start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. LinkedIn ads allows you to build the right relationships, drive results, and reach your customers in a respectful environment. You'll have direct access and build relationships with decision makers. There's over 1 billion members on their platform, 180 million senior level executives and 10 million C-level executives. You'll be able to drive results with targeting and measurement tools built specifically for B2B. In technology, LinkedIn generated 2 to 5x higher return on ad spend than other social media platforms. You'll work with a partner who respects the B2B world you operate in. 79% of their content marketers said LinkedIn produces the best results for paid media. Me personally, I've found some great podcast guests, and it's been an incredible platform for finding out new information. Start converting your B2B audience into high quality leads today. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Go to linkedin.com/social to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/social. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be.
He's the top dog, man. Rock Nation. That guy controls everything. He's pulling the strings. He lays low. And P. Diddy's just the one that he's finally getting caught up with everything. I mean, the Homeland Security went to his house to confiscate all of his electronics. A couple days later, we see this footage released by CNN. And now everything's slowly getting unveiled. This last lawsuit, we'll see what's happening. I mean, I hope that stuff gets unveiled because that's the real dark stuff. What happens at those parties, who knows, man? But
you hear these theories of satanic rituals at some of these.
Yeah. I mean, it's dark. Whatever goes on is dark. And the issue is they're all getting filmed. So the people at the parties aren't going to speak up because that gets dropped, their whole life's ruined, or they might not even be alive after that. So it's like, unless we saw the hotel footage, like you can't stop that, right? But it's whatever happens inside those parties, if it's being recorded, no one's going to speak up. They're terrified for their life.
Yeah.
You don't understand how powerful these P. Diddy's and Jay-Z's are. I mean, it's insane.
That's scary for any upcoming artist because they're just going to get them, offer them whatever money, and then now you're almost like their puppet, right?
Yeah, I don't know have you heard of Dom Lucre?
No.
On Twitter? He does a lot of exposing on Twitter, really big on Twitter. And he said he was trying to do hip hop and rap, and he was in the game, and he said, like, that stuff where it's like rituals to get in, he said, you have 3 options. I can't remember one of them, but I just remember you have to do something really embarrassing, something that you will never do anything for that stuff on camera to get out. And I don't know what the reasoning is, but he said once he got that offer, he was done.
He left.
And now he exposes that. That's his job. He's huge. Check him out on Twitter later. He's massive. Dom Lucre.
Wow. So you get 3 options. One of them's embarrassing yourself.
One of them's embarrassing. I think he said something to do with a pig. I don't know what it is. But the 3 options are something really bad on camera that only they have the power, and you're pretty much controlled after that. Because if they have the possession of you doing something on camera,
right? Blackmail, right?
Yeah, you can't go and expose the contract you're signing. You can't tell them what's going on with these record labels because they got something on you.
Wow,
and you're not going to hear it from them because I mean they already did it.
Yeah.
So if they mention anything about it, it's over for them.
So that's why they call it selling your soul almost.
Yeah, and that's why all these hip hop artists, they're never like right in the head. They're always just drinking and doing drugs because they're probably masking all the stuff they have to do, man.
Yeah. Well, you're seeing videos of Bieber actually looking depressed lately.
Yeah. It's like nobody's home, man.
Yeah.
It's like, who knows? And you see, he's been trying to talk about God recently, and then some days you see him, he's crying. He posted that video of him crying, and it's like, man, the stuff, what's going on deep down with these people that they can't talk about, it's sick.
That's messed up. They must have something massive on them.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine living life like that. That's rough.
That's the price you pay.
Yeah. And something happened between you and Usher?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. So this was wild. This is probably like the first time I've ever like been on like the headlines of like the news and stuff. So I was traveling in Miami. I was solo, which was like the sketchy part. And I was kind of in and out, right? So if I get back to the room, I see something, I post a video. So I'm just taking a break in the room and I'm scrolling. And I see that Usher was giving an acceptance speech for the NAACP. And he was saying, I feel so honored to receive this award from the Dev. And then he stutters. He's like, from the depths of my soul. So I'm like, wait, did Usher just say that he received this award from the devil? And I just said that in a voiceover, and the video blew up. I mean, it has like over 11 million views. So I post it, and I go back in the car, and I look at my phone, and I have like 200 text messages. They're like, dude, Usher's commenting on your posts. You're all over the Shade Room, Yahoo News, BuzzFeed, headlines. Usher slams conspiracy theorists for, whatever. And I look at my messages and I have a request from Usher. And this guy is like, I don't got time for this. I don't usually message people or comment, but you're going to hear it today. I jumbled up my words. I believe in God, all this and that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going, like this happened in a span of a couple hours.
Wow.
And I was kind of freaking out too. And I'm like, man, is this guy going to do something? I call my mom. I don't know what to say. She's like, Mark, you be nice to this guy. Where's your hotel? I'm going to change your hotel room, go to a different hotel. I'm like, no, we're good. So I respond to Usher and I say, look, I get it. We get nervous. I was nervous walking into here. So if you jumbled up your words, I get it. If if you believe in God, let me know your true intention behind the video. I'll make another video. I can delete it. I'll do whatever you want. And he's like, you don't even know how to pronounce my name. This is, you got me effed up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he literally just didn't even read my message. He just kept going. And I message him. I'm like, did you even read my message? And he just sends me a meme. And I'm like, all right, I'm over this. The guy doesn't even care. So after that, I just made a video. And I said, first of all, I'm not against these people. That's the thing people need to realize. I make videos about these artists just because I'm against the devil. I'm not against these people, right? So when I see them doing these dark things, and I've made a couple videos about Usher before, and it's I grew up listening to these guys. That's why I'm passionate about it, you know? I, grew up listening to all these guys, and then one day I just kind of thought, why is everything so dark? Why is everything about, these rituals? And it used to become the worst thing is it's about, drugs or violence, whatever. But now it's about these sick, dark, whatever is going on. And that's what I want to get across. It's these people are posting this stuff, and all I do is I just show them. I'd never make opinions about people. There's never allegations of anything. And when I see something, I post it. That's it. And so that's what I told him, and then he never really cared. So that was it.
Wow. Were you anonymous at the time?
No, this was a month ago.
Oh, so you were scared.
Yeah, I was literally I got to get back home from Miami. Yeah.
Damn, that's wild. You also covered the Travis Scott concert.
Yeah, so the Travis Scott concert that's what really got me into all of this. That was a nightmare, man. So people always ask me oh, people just died, right? And I'm like, no, you need to look into the symbolism of the concert, right? The stage itself, it was an upside down cross, and people are like, okay, whatever, he needs to move around, just a coincidence. This guy's shirt Travis Scott was wearing a shirt of blue babies walking into a door, and they came out red with horns on top. So you're like, maybe that's a portal or something. And you look behind him, and the backdrop of the concert was a portal that said, see you on the other side, and the escape room. You look above it, there's a big phoenix, and that's in mythology, that's life after death. Above that, there's these souls walking, just dark little shadows walking across the top of the backdrop. And then you look at Astroworld itself, right? It's Travis Scott's mouth open, and people are walking into it.
Yeah.
And then you see what it's inspired after, and there's a painting called The Harrowing of Hell, which depicts what hell looks like, and it's a big golden mouth with people walking into it. So you're like, is this guy literally trying to make this concert hell on earth? And then the worst part of the whole concert, this, I literally couldn't sleep for hours after I saw this. People are getting carried from the crowd to go, because they're passed out, it was so crowded. People are getting passed out, all over the crowd. People are passing them to the paramedics. And Travis Scott's on this elevated surface, just looking at them, humming in this dark, auto-tuned sound, just watching the people get passed to the paramedics. It's what has possessed this guy?
Jeez.
10 people are dead. These guys, they might not even be alive, getting past, and she's just looking at him humming. It's how is that even real?
Yeah.
And I looked at that and I'm like, if you think that was just an accident and people were just, it was just a little too crowded, I don't know what else to tell you, man.
That is crazy. So you think that was like a ritual?
100%, man. Everything about it was just dark. All the symbolism, it's like some big sacrificial thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Have you seen that video of him humming at the?
No, I need to check that out. The crazy part is he's fine now. Like people still like him and everything.
And people just move on, and that's why when they get so big, they can do anything and it'll be cool, man. Like people, they get this fan base where it's like anything they do, it's just cool. Like Lil Uzi Vert at Coachella, man. You see what he was wearing?
He came out as gay.
He was teasing it.
Yeah.
This guy had painted nails. He was rocking a $500,000 purse, which I guarantee you the record label gave him. He's like, here's a free $500,000 bag. Go wear this. Push our agenda. You're good. Guy was wearing makeup and everything. It's like everyone's in the crowd just hyped. Like, oh, that's so cute. It's like, bro, what? Like,
and that's crazy because 2 years before, DaBaby made a gay joke and got canceled.
Yeah, it's like the way times have changed is so fast. It's just wild,
yeah.
Man. Like, no, that's what inspires me to make these videos. It's like, how is no one talking about that stuff?
Do you think they're using the music industry to program stuff into young people's minds?
Oh, by far. I mean, it was actually Lil Uzi Vert had a concert where there was this demented doll on the backdrop. This is like one of my most popular videos. And she's rocking side to side all over the backdrop. And she's saying, say Lil Uzi Vert as fast as, or just say it 6 times. Obviously 6, like the Mark of the Beast number, but say it 6 times. If you say Lil Uzi Vert fast enough, it turns into Lucifer, like Lil Uzi Vert.
Holy crap.
So it's like, she's saying it in like this, you know, like those scary movies, like they're just possessed. She's saying it that way and say Lil Uzi Vert 6 times. And then you're like, dude, there's no way. The whole crowd is just saying Lucifer's name 6 times in a row. It's like, what? It
really feels like the rap industry specific has been compromised.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and probably other music too.
Yeah, it's mainly the hip hop industry because, you know, I don't know if you've seen what Ice Cube has said. Like Ice Cube's the top dog in all the industries. That guy made it, so he has nothing. He doesn't care. He doesn't need to make more money. Nothing. He's not trying to get his name on the headlines. He says the people that own the record labels, they own private prisons. And there's a line Meek Mill says, you can look it up. He says, the more ignorant stuff I rap about, the more I get paid. Why? Because you start saying crazy things. People start acting that way. The young kids grew up with that, you know, type of energy. They start acting on it. Their private prisons get filled up. They make more money. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's where all their money's from. I mean, the record label's obviously giving them millions, but their private prison business, massive.
Damn.
Yeah, just look up what Ice Cube said. I'm not making any of this up. It's all out there.
That's nuts. I didn't know they own both, but that makes sense because they're telling these people to do all these drugs.
And now that's why I think things get satanic now, because it's like, okay, we said F this, we said F the police, you said whatever. How do we top that? It's like we got to say more crazier things to get more money.
Right.
So now we start doing rituals on our music videos. We start making our concerts crazy. We start getting these kids to act, you know, these sexy reds doing these just wild stuff on camera. And like, imagine all the kids growing up listening to them. They just follow. Yeah. Because that's who they look up to. You listen to music all day long. You memorize the lyrics. You memorize music more than you memorize anything. Like, you could probably name a bunch of rap songs right now. Just start rapping it.
Old Eminem songs for sure.
100%. So all these people get these kind of words ingrained in their head, changes the way they act. The top guys make more money.
Crazy to think where this ends because it's already so dangerous as is.
Yeah, it's I can't even imagine, man. 10 years.
Keeps getting worse. I mean, geez.
It's only has been, man.
Yeah.
Growing up, Eminem, you know, Tupac, talking about violence and gangs, whatever. Now it's like, what has happened? What is that leap that we're taking?
Yeah. You also covered a leaked jail cell call with XXXTentacion.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the perfect example. When people say, oh, these guys aren't actually doing these rituals. First of all, before I explain that, you need to know that XXXTentacion was homeless when he was 17. This guy named Bruno took him in, and this guy Bruno was a very satanic man. There's videos of him showing his room, and he has a big Baphomet painted on his wall, and he shows it on Instagram Live. And he did, I think, adult entertainment. And he said the girls that would come in, he said he had a pentagram under his bed. So he would harvest the souls of the girls he was sleeping with.
Jeez.
Yeah. So this XXXTentacion Tentacion was living with this guy. And fast forward, he starts making music because he was recording in this guy's house. And he goes to jail. And in the jail cell, he's like, picks up the phone, and I don't know who he's talking to, one of his friends. And he's like, hurry up. And he's like, he's reciting a sacrifice ritual from the goddess Hecate. And you can hear him. He's writing it down, and it's his voice. It's a real jail cell call. It's out on YouTube. You can listen to it. It's like 5 minutes, but pray before you listen to that because it's really dark.
Oh my
and
God.
It's real. And when I posted it, I deleted it. I'm like, no, I can't have people like listening to this right now.
Yeah.
Like I would post like 10-second clip, but he's like writing it down. He's like spelling out like the names of each thing. He's like, take my sacrifice, goddess Hecate, that I can prosper or something, show up in this sacrifice. And he's writing it all down word for word. And like the jail cell, the call ends, and he's like, go put more money in. I need this. Like I have to say it. Guy comes out of jail, blew up. It's like, what? It was like, are these rituals actually giving them these guys this type of like fame and stuff, or what?
So what did he sacrifice? His soul?
It was very hard to hear what he was saying in the thing, but it's a sacrifice ritual, and I need to look into it. But I mean,
That's crazy.
it says take this sacrifice, and you look into his other songs. He says, he says similar stuff when he said in the song "I Talked to the Devil Miami," and he chants the word, and it's in Latin. It says my soul, my soul. So definitely was his soul, and he passed away, and he predicted it.
Super young.
He told record label owner, the record label owner says, you're going to be a great dad. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm not living past 21. And he passes away. 10 days after he passes away, his most popular song, Sad, comes out with the music video. And in the music video, it's his own funeral. It's like, bro,
Wow.
How do you predict this?
That's crazy.
Yeah, 10 days after he died, the music video is his own funeral.
It's
He's
nuts.
in the casket and everything. His pictures are all over.
Yeah, that's nuts. Same with Juice WRLD, right?
Yeah, Juice WRLD.
He kept saying he was going to die at 21.
That song, he's like, I'm not making it past 20. What's the 27 club? I'm not making it past 21.
Yeah. Gotta be
Like-
careful what you speak out there, man. Any of these celebrity deaths interest you, like the Mac Miller, Avicii, Aaron Carter?
I mean, the one death that I'll never get over is Kobe's. That one, if there's any type of symbolism or prediction going on with the death, it's Kobe Bryant. Yeah, there's so much with that. Like the commercials, have you seen the commercials?
No.
The Chamberlain Heights commercial where years before Kobe Bryant passed away, helicopter crashes, Kobe crawls out the helicopter, he says, help me, and then the helicopter blows up.
Wow.
Another commercial, a Nike commercial with Kobe in it. There's a helicopter, and Kobe has a ball in his hand, which it was a bomb. It was like a time-ticking bomb. He throws it at the helicopter crashes, and then their cutscene comes on, and he's in this dark room, and he says, this guy says, so what happens next, Kobe? He's like, nothing happens less. He's like, heroes come and go, but legends are forever. And then it cuts back to the court, and on fire it says, just do it with an evil laugh. It's like so symbolic. And then the next thing is he was in a massive lawsuit with a pharmaceutical company called High Tech, and they were making a diet pill, and the diet pill, they wanted to name it Black Mamba, and they wanted the trademark rights, and Kobe's like, no, that's my nickname. And he's like, hold on, not only is that my nickname, that drug you're making has non-FDA approved drugs in it that are going to harm people. And then they responded to Kobe saying, this guy's a bully and he's overreaching his trademark rights. So they go to court. Kobe never made it to court. He died 3 days before the court case.
Wow.
And that's a big pharma company. You have no idea how powerful. Those are the most powerful people in the world.
Big pharma.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. I
Yeah.
mean, Boeing's not big pharma, but they're powerful too. 3 people are dead
Exactly. The whistleblower.
in the past month.
Yeah.
I mean, what are the odds of that?
Yeah, that was crazy. There's one more thing I want to say about Kobe's death. It was the symbolism with LeBron. Now, this gets deep into the numbers, but so Kobe's from Philly, right?
Yeah.
So LeBron James passed him up on the all-time scoring leaderboard in Philly, and he did it on the 54th point when he scored the 54th point. Kobe and Gigi, 41 and 13. You add that up, you get 54. On the side where where LeBron made the basket, there was a snake cut up in 8 pieces, and it has some symbol. It has its own meaning. But Kobe Bryant was the Black Mamba, and he wore the number 8. You fast forward the game after Kobe Bryant died. LeBron James was wearing his jersey. They're all wearing his jerseys. He was crying, but then he does the Illuminati sign, puts his hand like this right before the game, and he does 666 and taps his chest. The game after he did that in Kobe Bryant's jersey. It's like,
What?
why are you making those hand signals before the game? He does it before every game, by the way. It's like, what do those symbolize? That has nothing to do with basketball.
Yeah.
So
That is weird. Wait,
Yeah.
LeBron does that or Kobe?
LeBron does that.
Oh, when he does the dust thing, he does that before?
Yeah, he does. He goes like this, and then he taps his chest
Wow.
before every game.
That is crazy. So you think the Illuminati's real then?
100%. I mean, it might not be called the Illuminati, but there's dark secret societies where they have dirt on each other, nothing's coming out, and they have a lot of power.
Interesting.
Might not be called the Illuminati, but there's something out there.
Yeah.
Many of them.
One person people theorize is in the Illuminati is Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, yeah.
You made a video about her art collection.
So, yeah, that was one of my most popular videos. So, during COVID, she's on FaceTime, right? And they're recording, and the camera kind of zooms in to the inside of her house, and you see these paintings, and they're Basquiat paintings. So, but the paintings are so dark, and you look at the top of the Basquiat painting, and there's these, I don't know what language it is, but I looked at it, and then I looked at Marina Abramovich, right? And she does the spirit cooking. She's very known for that. She's friends with Jay-Z, ties with all the elites. And her spirit cooking instructions have the same letters on that picture. So I'm like, what else has she got in her house? She's cutting her mom's hair. She posted a picture on Instagram, another Basquiat painting above her mom's head. And it looks like a little child, like with her stomach open, with like blood and stuff. And it's like just weird, dark paintings. And I'm like, man, I don't know what these people are into. I don't care if it's Basquiat. I don't know who's painting these, but it's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is interesting, man. I don't even know what to say about that. I saw those paintings and it was a little disturbing.
Yeah, and everyone in the comments like, oh, it's just Basquiat. I'm like, man, just because it's a big name painting, it doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah. You did a video about Ariana Grande potentially being a witch.
Oh yeah, these people don't even care anymore. Her last podcast, it was just her she was like so happy. She's like, oh, I'm a witch, and I'm very proud of it, and I can read, your readings, and I don't know what these witches do, but she's very, very open about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that podcast, I didn't watch it, but I need to go check it out because she's like proudly a witch now. It's like,
Wow.
what?
I haven't seen that one. Was she a guest or was she hosting it?
No, she was a guest. I forget
Interesting.
the guy's name, but yeah, they're just so open about it now. And you'd see this 3-4 years ago. People be like, what do you mean she's a witch? Like,
Yeah.
But it's like, I just need to know what happened to where all of this is so normal. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Does your family think you're crazy?
Yeah. No, they did at first, but they're all, because the closer I got to God is when I started, realizing these things and looking at it. Because I was the biggest music fan. I listened to 21 Savage, Travis Scott, all these guys growing up.
Yeah.
Just within the last 2 years, I started getting closer to God and looking at all these things. And a lot of things I talk about is a little wild. So my family's kind of like, yeah, you're crazy. But the main stuff, dude, is I'm just trying to scratch the surface, scratch the surface with how has everything got to this and how is it okay? And you don't see me, like I said, you don't see me saying, making allegations or saying anything crazy about people. I don't think I've even cussed in a video before. I'm just showing them what it is. And people don't see that stuff and that type of lens, right? So I just make it very surface level, and maybe one day people will do their own research like I did.
Yeah.
And just get into it. So, they agree with that stuff. It's like, man, things are getting really dark, and I don't know what's going on, but
Well, a lot of the program is on a subconscious level. They know how to infiltrate with vibration and different frequencies and stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, you're memorizing all these lyrics and watching these videos, and you don't even know that this stuff's like ingrained into your brain.
Yep.
Like Doja Cat's songs, some of the most catchiest songs in the world. Like you listen to it and you're like, is this even good? And then you walk away and you're humming it.
Yeah.
Like, why is this in my head? Get out of my head. It's like these people know what they're doing,
No,
man.
for real. I used to listen to XXX. I went through a depressive phase for like a
I
few
listen
months.
to them all the time too. Juice WRLD, all of them.
My
man.
energy was low during those times.
Yeah, it makes you so sad, bro.
Yeah.
And like, 21 Savage's music just makes you want to go run through a wall and stuff. It's like they're doing exactly. You can't stop it. You can't help it. It's your brain,
Yeah.
Like you can't say no. Don't feel this way.
Yeah.
It's like you listen to that stuff and it just triggers you in like a different way, and it's like, man, that stuff really controls you, man.
It does. But I think people are waking up because before conspiracy theorists were looked at crazy, but now it's like some of these are coming true. So it's like,
and thanks to Diddy too. People are like, yo, this stuff's real. It gets dark. But yeah, I think 2024 is the year, man. We got the Epstein stuff that was kind of got information about. P. Diddy's starting to get exposed. I think people are starting to watch their backs now, and which is awesome, And I think it's a good time to, just get into that kind of stuff. Truth seeking now, like you got Andrew Tates of the world and all these Sneekos and all these guys.
Sneeko just got banned on Instagram.
He did, huh? I thought I saw. He didn't get his account back yet.
Fresh and Fitz banned, Sneeko and Jackson Hinkle all last week. Yeah, they wiped all three of them same day. It seems like it's very targeted when they want to go after a certain group.
Yeah, see, those guys are lucky though because they've built their name so big that they can just go to different platforms and they'll still have a good following and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm so careful with what I post, and that's like why I'm one of the only like truth-seeking conspiracy guys left is because, I started social media a long time ago, so I kind of memorized like the community guidelines and what you can say and not say.
Yep.
So I'm very careful, and I hope, one day I just get big enough where I can go and do that, where I can, if something ever happens, people know where to find me. But, I just started like a year and a half ago, so I'm not at that point yet. But you got to be very strategic with this stuff.
For sure. I've had tons of videos taken down. Have you had any?
On Instagram, I've never. In TikTok, many.
Yeah,
I got banned on TikTok for a little bit, and then I got it back, and it's just been a struggle. But that's where I started, so.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Shout out to Instagram because only a few for me on IG, but TikTok and YouTube, good amount on both of those.
TikTok it's because TikTok has like this computer generated thing where if any trigger words, like they just mark it. But Instagram, for real, Instagram's been really good, and I've never had any problems with them. And
yeah, they've only taken down one, but sometimes I'll get like a, you sure you want to watch this? You ever get that?
Yeah. I get those a lot. I hate those. You get taken out of the algorithm, and it's all.
The worst is when you follow someone and it pops up, because then that person's not getting any attention.
Oh, 100%.
You have to search their full username for them to pop up.
Yeah. Now, some social media is tricky too. You just they'll shadow ban you. You have no idea. So you just gotta be careful with that.
Any thing you're working on now, exposing wise? Any projects?
I'm just taking it day by day, I'm just I think my page has almost kind of come towards like this, like news exposing media thing. Like anything in the news that comes out that has some type of evil, I cover it. Yeah. But I don't really have anything big happening. I think my next goal is to just hop on a bunch of podcasts. Like here's my first podcast ever. Shout out to you.
Let's go.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that and hopefully just find something. I don't know. Just kind of taking it day by day. It's very new stuff for me here. So
yeah. Well, dude, thanks for coming on. Anything you want to promote or any links?
No, man. Just thanks for having me, man. It was an honor.
Yeah, we'll link the IG and TikTok below. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.